Oh, really? Oh, shoot. I did order some of those. How's it going, everybody? Sorry, I was so distracted. Right off the bat, they were not starting out so good. Jeez. Oh, I kind of forgot how to stream this morning. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Right. David says Home Assistant 1.0. That's right. It is coming. It is coming. Can you believe it? Planning for Christmas already, Sledgehammer? You bet I am. I thank you, Jed. I missed you guys last week too. It was I thought I could squeeze in, but you know we had family visiting. Not a lot of family, obviously, but we did have a little bit, and yeah, we were getting ready to ship Jackson off out of the house for his mission. He left on Tuesday, so we were spending our last few hours together. Family time. So anyways, sorry I missed, but glad to be back. I've been poking around the YouTubes, and boy, there's a lot of people interested in LEDs right now. Golly Wally. So I assume that a lot of you want to know about LEDs. So we'll talk about LEDs today, but you see the title of the stream. I want to spend a good part of the time today talking about what you want to talk about during the 12 streams of Christmas. And if you haven't seen it yet, there is a calendar where I put all of the streams, and you can subscribe to that calendar right here. Thank you very much, Mark Sutton, for subscribing again. How's it going, buddy? So this calendar right here, you just go to DrZzs.com, scroll down here to the bottom. All the dates for the 12 streams of Christmas are in here. And you can subscribe to this. Fully kiosk tablet stream. You can get in here.
If I get in here.
That's true. Never mind. You can't really get in here. Oh. What is this? Oh, calendar. Thank you, Sir Good Enough. Thank you. That's true. I forgot about that. Bogdan says 24-hour stream. Are you crazy? I'll tell you what, when we get to 100,000 subscribers, I'll do another. I can't do 24. You don't want 24. You don't really want 24. But we can do 12. How about that? We'll do 12-hour stream. Okay. That will work. But that's 100,000 subscribers. But boy, it's coming fast. We're at 80,000 right now. Uh-oh. Tony says he's going to check the calendar. He's going to miss a lot of the streams due to shift work. Sorry, man. The streams, the reason that I had to go in and plan out the times this year is because in years past, I've had a lot of time off around Christmas. This year, I do not. It's my turn to work a lot during Christmas. So that whole week of Christmas, including Christmas Day and Christmas Eve and all that stuff, it will be later and different times. It'll be my turn to work. So I'll have to, that's what this is about. And then on the 13th, Frank says, am I streaming on the 13th? Yes. I think after, I guess it depends. How long is the Home Assistant stream going to go? I was thinking I would stream after that Home Assistant stream. Then I put like 6 p.m. thinking that maybe it'd be done by then, but I'll make it 8 or 9 if that's what it needs to be. You'll be drooling in the corner by the 23rd hour. Yeah, I 24-hour stream, that would not be good. Around 2300 CET, and I think that's 6 hours ahead of me, right? So that would put it at about 1700, this would be 18. So I think we'd be okay. At any rate, it will be after the Home Assistant conference stream, which I hope everybody is tuning into or planning to tune into. If you've tuned in at all ever to my streams, then you should definitely be planning on watching the Home Assistant conference. And if you haven't seen an advertisement for the Home Assistant conference, it should pop up in your... Oh, actually, I dismissed it. But if you go to your Home Assistant configuration page, which maybe not everybody has Home Assistant, I guess there's a lot of LED folks too, but if you go to your Home Assistant configuration page, there should be a little thing here that says Home Assistant Conference. No way for you, Yona. You got to get up early. See, if I stream at 6 p.m. my time, that means you got to just get up early and start watching at like midnight, right? Keep going back and forth between strips and getting pixels. I just don't know what I'm doing here. You know what? And that's okay. House of Garb. Experiment. Try a little bit and change it when you don't, if you decide you want something different, change it. It's okay. It's impossible to say that the first time you try it, you're going to just guess what you're going to like best and get it right. So try it and do some part of it, some small part with strips and see if you like it. Do another part with strings and see what you like best, and then change. And you'll find some place to use your pixels or your strips if you don't like them in the location you put them in. You'll find a place to put them. Don't worry. There's always room for more LEDs somewhere. Can you connect a smart mirror to Home Assistant? I believe so. It depends on how you make your smart mirror, probably, but I would expect you could. Depends on what you're running on your smart mirror. In fact, you could make a smart mirror that was, your Home Assistant display, basically. Just, whatever you put behind the screen or behind the mirror for your smart mirror. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't just put a monitor, a touch monitor behind the glass and have it display a Lovelace thing like this. That's what I would do. That's me, though. You can get MQTT integration at home for it. I have it. It works nicely. There you go. Kenneth has a mirror for you that's working that you can do. All right, Blade's here. We can get started now. Finally. Yeah, I'm super excited about the Home Assistant conference. I haven't made the jump, as you can see. I wanted to like instantly that first day, but I just been too busy. It's just been too much crazy stuff going on. But yes, Home Assistant Core 1.0. This is the beta, but the other official will be coming, so we'll be watching. Sir Goodenough says LEDs are deceptively addicting. I hate them. I just sent Blade a care package that is going to finally get him addicted. First one's free, It's like a good dope man. My wife loves the idea of putting up the pixels. We're going to try pixels outside under the eaves, and we're going to put some strips in the garage. Then we can really see. That's right. That's a good way to do it, Nameless Poet. That's a good way to do it. You can try. Thank you very much, Mark. Hype Train on Twitch. Oh, are we hype training already? Nice. Everybody's resubscribing. Let's do some funness. This is my favorite one. All right, you can use a D1 Mini or something like that, and then use a Nextian touchscreen behind the mirror. Oh, you can do that too. That's true. You should come up with a list of everything you need to get started. I have a list. You know what? It's hard to. I need to repent. I need to do a better job of making videos, don't I, Zach? Yeah. Zach sits here and says, dude, you're not making enough videos. And I say, I know. And I do a project, like I do something. And he goes, did you film that? And I said, no. Wags his finger at me. I need to do a better job of making videos. And I guess I need to make a video that goes through exactly what you need to do
Sort of a beginner's
guide. A beginner's guide. I had that beginner's guide, but I guess it's not enough. I guess it still needs to be more. Man, we are really going crazy with the subscribers. Thanks, everybody. Give me some feedback there, House of Garb. What do you think's missing from the beginner video that I have? I know that beginner video is now 2 years old. No, last year. It's only 1 year old. It's only 1 year old. I have other older videos, but what's missing? My pixel board video just watched last night. It was great. Can't wait to make one. Oh, which one was that? Getting started videos are outdated quick. They are. I will for sure be doing a getting started with Home Assistant video again soon, now that 1.0 is coming out, and I have the RV I want to put Home Assistant in, and the Home Assistant and the Hobbit hole. What does that say?
No idea.
Do you know what everything should subscribe free on Twitch? You have Amazon Prime. Oh, yes, that's right. Everybody that has Amazon Prime can subscribe free on Twitch. That's true. Thank you, Mark. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, even if you don't watch Twitch, even if you don't use Twitch, you can go on there and just use your free subscription. So when are you going to reboot or restart your setup? Oh, you mean from scratch? I do need to reboot, restart my... January, February, something like that. I do. Here's one of my... Let me talk about the dilemmas in making videos, because I think for a while I made good videos about getting started because I was still pretty new at a lot of stuff. And so it was easy for me to think like somebody who was brand new. And I think I was able to do that for quite a while. I did it for a couple of years where I was like, okay, I can still remember what it's like to be new at this. And so I know what I need to include to tell people what they need to look out for, right? That's gone now. I'm pretty sure I can't think like a newbie anymore.
You can start me on it.
Oh, Zachary is going to start on it. All right, we're going to teach Zachary. That's fantastic. Yeah, 12-hour stream. Doc rebooting his setup. That'll do it. Guamasos. Oh, Charlie. Oh, are you having a guamaso? Are you kidding me? Oh, you lucky dog. So are you in Reynosa? Or you went to Reynosa? Or do you make your own guamaso? How did you do this? So anyways, I do want to do a fresh start of Home Assistant. I do want to do some beginning LED videos too, but you know, would be nice to have a document you could download off the site, have all the basics we need to get started. Okay. Oh, Charlie's in Reynosa. You lucky dog. I missed that town. We used to cross the main street not too far from a Volkswagen dealership. There was a Volkswagen dealership there. I doubt it's still the same thing, and that was 20 years ago, but we used to always cross the main street. And this main street in Reynosa, you know, there's not a lot of like stoplights, not like crosswalks and stuff. So we would go across 2 lanes of traffic and stop in the middle on the double yellow line. And cars are passing behind us and in front of us while we're waiting to go the next bit across. And we, I can't believe we didn't get hit and die. All right. Watch your beginner's video for the first time 1.5 weeks ago. Have now flashed my own ESP32s and I'm running WLED. It's good enough. All right. Thank you, Wade. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. I know that certainly in the beginner's video that I have that has been the most popular, the thing that has changed the most that needs to be updated or changed is the part about the controllers and boosting the data to get them to the LEDs. So when I made that video, I hadn't ever tried a sacrificial pixel or a null pixel that some people call them. I hadn't tried that. Things like the DrZzs or my little Pixel Pro, those things just didn't exist. So you had to have your controller right next to the LEDs. That is not the case anymore. In fact, I would really recommend you didn't do that anymore, that you use either a dedicated Pixel controller like the DrZzs or something, or at least that you use a sacrificial pixel right next to your controller so that you don't have to put your controller out where your lights are. The biggest reason is because if the controller signal is bad, you're going to be frustrated with your lights. So you want your controller to be someplace where it's going to get a good Wi-Fi signal. And if it's out on the edge of your roof, it might not get a good Wi-Fi signal. The other problem is if for any reason, and sometimes this happens, the controller dies or you lose contact with it and you need to get it and physically grab it again and bring it in the house and flash it again or something. If it's out on the edge of your roof and you got to get up on a ladder, that's a major pain. So everything else in that beginner video about LEDs is still pretty solid. It's still pretty good. Like I've gone and written scripts about, okay, beginner video. And I think I'm just saying the same thing over again. And I don't like to say the same thing over again. But that part about the controller signal from the controller to the LEDs, that part needs to be updated for sure. Oh, Quindore's here. I missed the beginning. I'm here now. LED live help. Ooh, there's LED live help. Oh, awesome. There is the Pixel. Yes. Pixel Heads Zoom Room 24/7. Those Pixel Head guys are great. Thank you very much. They're good enough. Those Pixel Head guys are great. There's a lot of guys in there that are all round the clock willing to help out with people that are doing LED stuff of all shapes and sizes. It could be your first project. You could be deep into it and working with X lights and props and all that stuff. And there's guys in there that are willing to help. So thanks to all those guys for all that hard work too. Okay. Glad you brought this up. I'm using a sacrificial pixel and it's still flashing and blinking. Weird thing is that if I touch the data line, it's not sealed up, obviously, it clears up and works fine. Yeah, so it's a bad connection somewhere there, Rick. But you see the point there, right? That data signal is so tenuous and it's so important that it's a good solid connection. So try doing some soldering, try maybe a bigger wire. You certainly have, at least you know what the solution is. The solution is you've got to make that data signal more strong, right? A better connection there, one way or the other. But, so however you want to do that, however you get to that point, that's what will fix your thing, fix your problem. So, yes. Looking for guests? Oh, absolutely, Quindor. Yes. Quindor, sign up. So here's the calendar. We've got 12 streams. This does not count as one of the 12 streams, by the way. We're going to start the 12 streams tomorrow in the morning. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. will be the first of the 12 streams of Christmas. And then on down the line, we'll see next weekend. We'll do 4 in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Skip a couple days because I do have to work a little bit. And then I'll be working these days too. But then we'll go all these days in a row. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Woo! Ow! How about that? By that time, you'll be sick of me. Topic about custom button card, all about the options you have used yourself. Oh, okay, that would be fun. Logic level shifter versus a sacrificial pixel use. That's a good question. I think we discussed it a little bit, and I got some input from Quindor, if I recall. I'm going to be speaking for him now, but they should function about the same. You should get about the same performance, whether you use a sacrificial pixel or a logic level shifter. I feel like there probably should be some advantage to logic level shifter, but I just don't know that there is for sure. And the sacrificial pixel is certainly easier to wire up. Yeah, so Quindor says about the same. Good. What time is your 10 a.m. here in the UK? It's 7:30 now. So my 10 a.m. is 2.5 hours before now. I'm on Mountain Time. If you sign up to this calendar, if you click this calendar where it says down here, plus Google Calendar, this will add it to your Google Calendar. If you do that, then you should get it in your time zone. If it doesn't, then let me know. We'll help you figure it out. I need to check on my order for DigQuad. Sent you a message. No response. Ordered over a month ago. Yes, Danny. Hey, buddy. I feel your pain, man. Let me go through. Well, I don't have them. Okay. When you ordered, I know it's been a long time, and I apologize for how long it's taking, but I tried to make this pretty clear, and this message has been the same since the middle of November. Okay. They used to say back order, and you could order them. But they have always been out of stock. I mean, they've been out of stock. I got a load on November 16th. They were gone on November 17th, basically. So I don't have them. We should be getting them hopefully this week, and we'll start sending them out. I understand that that's a bummer that it's taken so long. There's absolutely no way we could have done it any faster. And if anybody's upset, I'm happy to send your money back if that's what you want. But we're doing the best we can. We don't have them, and as soon as we get them, we will be shipping them out. I will be getting 500 at some point here in the next week or so, and they're all sold. So if you already have an order in, then you're good, and we will get your order out. If you haven't put in an order for a DigQuad, the likelihood that you're going to get a DigQuad in this batch is pretty much no. They're not going to. We're not going to have enough in this batch unless Quindor magically makes a few hundred more appear. We're not going to have enough in this batch to take on any new orders, which is why I've got them listed as out of stock right now. So, and I haven't answered everybody's emails. I apologize. I know that would be the best customer service. It's just impossible. I'm getting, and it's wonderful that we're getting so many orders, but we're getting so many orders that it is absolutely not feasible for me to personally answer everybody's question about when their stuff is going to arrive. Okay. When it does arrive and it does ship out, you will get an email that says it's on its way, and you'll get a tracking number. Okay. And I know it's hard to wait, and I know we all want to get these things going, and I want you to. I want to get it to you. But and we have been all year long, we've been underestimating the demand, and we have been really bad at thinking, okay, well, we're gonna this time, for sure we'll have enough in stock, and then no. Just, it's incredible. So what we're gonna need to do is start celebrating like Valentine's Day. Right? As soon as just because Christmas is passing, doesn't mean that you should stop doing your LEDs, right? You got to get your Valentine's Day LEDs up, everybody. Get your DigQuad in stock so you can get your Valentine's Day LEDs up. My child labor. I do use my child labor, don't I, Zach?
Yeah, very much.
You want to be in the picture? You can sit over here somewhere.
I didn't do my hair today.
Oh, that's okay. Nobody cares if your hair's not done. Okay, now I missed all this. No problem at all. Okay, good. Just want to check. Got the email beginning November that they were back in stock, so I ordered within 5 minutes, so I want to check. Yeah, Danny, if you didn't get them, you will get them. If you ordered that soon, I promise you will get them. It'll just be... I wish I had a better answer, man. I wish I did, but we're going to do what we can. Here's Zach. You can see his head now. No, I'm not handing you the Pepsi. No.
Oh, it's Pepsi. Never mind.
Yeah, they were all out of Dr. Pepper. And St. Patty's Day, too. That's right. Mm-hmm. Any ideas why my WLED Node MCU won't connect to the networks? Works fine by my AP directly. Good question, Mexico Matt. So I know there was a time where there was a problem with the passwords. If your network password used certain special characters, that WLED couldn't handle those characters. So you might check that. But yeah, I would like to have some more discussion about that. Let's discuss that for a minute, because I feel like that I run into that problem sometimes myself. I probably spent a half an hour last night working on getting the Christmas tree connected to the network, and that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be so hard. And I'm almost positive that it's network issues. It's just the way that the network, my network, and maybe yours too, is handling some of these new devices when they pop up. But if you can't process the emails, why not automate? It's automation channel. Isn't that what it's about? That's right, James. Hey, and we're working on it, James. We are so working on it. Blade has come up with a pretty awesome system for us. And you will, at some point in the next year, start to see some changes in those kinds of things. And we'll have a ticket system that, some maybe some automated replies. If nothing else, some ways for people to help me to answer some of those things so that I can make sure that people get an answer when they have a question. I've recruited Zoe. Zoe is my new customer service representative. So she's going to be answering some of those things. So when somebody sends an email and says, hey, where's my order? She's going to get it. Zoe's going to get it. She's going to be able to go to the website, look at where that order is, what the status is, and give an answer so that I don't have to. So we are making progress. We are making plans, but I wish this was like my full-time gig. That would be great. Then we would have less excuses for not having things done faster, but it isn't yet. But it has been fantastic. It has been fantastic for my family. I've got to say, for all of you that have bought something from the website, thank you so much. And the biggest benefit to us by far has been doing this all together as a family. We sit up here in the office and everybody's doing their jobs. We're printing labels and we're packaging things and we're sticking them and we're checking and we're talking and we're laughing and we're listening to music, and it's been a great little family business thing, and it's priceless. So thank you for doing that. And that's why we're doing it. All right. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions there. I can't even come close to reading them all. Let's see. I want to go back a little bit. I mean, ordered Valentine's face masks today. Oh, is that Valentine's face mask? They have like a hole right here so you can still kiss. It's Mini-Me and Dr. Evil. Yes, Mini-Me has hair. A lot of hair. He just finished being the Ghost of Christmas Present in the Christmas Carol play, so he's now going to get a haircut. Range extender outside. I had to do that too, Will, and that helped a lot too. Had a different IP range. Ooh, oh, that's an interesting thing. You know, there's so much about network connection stuff that I don't understand. I wish I could. Messes up. Just want to stick with numbers, letters, etc. Oh, there you go. I make toys for the living, and I started planning for Christmas in February. I always need more planning than you think. Wow, Mark. You know, it's funny. So back to this, somebody was asking about Perma-Tracking Canada. Maybe this coming year, hopefully this coming year, we've got some things in the works. We've also got some hurdles we got to get past, which I'll tell you about another time when I'm able. But hopefully sometime in the coming year, we'll have some international availability for Perma-Track stuff. That's definitely on our list. We've got a plan. It's just getting it executed. Let's see. Somebody said, "Oh no!" Yeast said he spent a week trying to get WLED to work. I am so sorry. That is a bummer. We should do more troubleshooting stuff about that. Let's see. Isaac says, "Is Home Assistant the only way to make WLED accessible by Google/Amazon Echo?" Google, maybe. Amazon Echo, absolutely not. Because you can go here. Oh, let's see. Is this one gonna... Light is off, so that one looks like it's somehow came unplugged. Okay, we'll go to this one. In the configuration for WLED, let's squeeze this on the screen a little bit better here. So we're not missing anything. Okay, great. All right. In the configuration for WLED, sync interfaces, there is a little button right here that says emulate Amazon Echo device. If you activate this, you have to activate this. It won't do it automatically, but you activate this, and then you put whatever name in here, and then you tell she who shall not be named to discover new devices. It may take a while, and she may tell you, I didn't find any new devices, and it may take a little while after that, but eventually, in my experience, it's been sometimes up to 30 minutes before it will show up as a device, but it will eventually show up as a device, and then you can say, Alexa, turn on the south side lights, and she'll turn them on. And you do have the same, you can't do all of the things, but you can do the same things that you would do with an RGB bulb. So you can set the brightness. So you can tell her to turn the brightness on. You can tell her to set the colors. And actually, somebody did tell me that you could set the effect. I think Air Cookie said you could set the effect. And maybe that's because things have changed. When I early on tried it, it wasn't setting effects that way. But anyways, there's that right there, and it works. It works well. We do it for the girls' lights all the time, the girls' lights in their rooms. Got my DigQuad about a month ago, just waiting for other supplies and some warmer weather here in the Midwest to start the install. Kyle's going to be right on track for installing by February. Not real home automation subject, but a 3D printer stream would be cool. As a noob myself, you got it, Frank. You got it. WLED 11, yep. Dig Uno upgrade guide, please. Ooh. Detailed personal help. The LEDs go to doc. Make an IoT VLAN stream. Oh, I would need some help with that. I would need some help with that. Controllable LEDs, making them from scratch. Is there a place with more info, like easy combos as far LEDs power input goes with boosters? So probably what I'm going to do. So I did a couple of those videos where I just went to somebody's house and helped them install stuff. You remember? I did one with Perma-Track. I did one with Hyperion, and I did one with the Hyperion one.
Oh, is that Hyperion?
Yeah, and I thought I did another one. But anyways, I'm gonna do that. Zach's gonna help me. He's gonna film, and we're gonna do more. Now, good question, Will. Will says, did a new alpha version get released to include WLED 11 for the Dig quads and the multi-output channels? And the answer is no, unless Quindor has done it and I haven't seen it yet. But that is one thing I wanted to ask, is if Quindor would do that. I tried last night. Like I maybe something we should do or look at doing for the 12 streams would be a how to compile WLED. Or maybe Quindor has done this or could do this as a live stream. I would watch if Quindor wants to do this as a live stream, where if you want to go into WLED and set your network ahead of time so that you don't have to use the access point. If you want to go in and make it, custom for the different channel outputs of the Dig quad, and there's a secret where you actually can have 2 on a Dig Uno, but it takes custom firmware to do that. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get into WLED and fix those things and get it compiled right. At least I don't know. I haven't done it, and I'm sure I could fumble my way through it eventually, but I'm certainly not in a position to teach anybody how to do that. I would like to learn myself. And then let's see. There's so many good chats. Honestly, if you need a YouTube in order to put up VLAN for IT, you should probably not do it at all. You'll run into issues you won't understand. Like me, I run into issues I don't understand all the time. Switch that to yes. New multi-channel pre-compiled on the page. Oh, fantastic. You just did it? You just did it? Drop a link there. Drop a link there, Quindor. That way everybody gets it too. Maybe Quindor can make a video about compiling the bin files. The link for the alpha. He's going to right now. Dang, that's service. That's Quindor level service right there. But Yeast, I think part of the problem is like, there it is. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Here it is. The alpha multi-channel WLED build, which is now, so it will be into version 1.12. Okay, but right now we're at 0.11, and here it is. Here it is. What is the 1 to 3 and 3 1? What is that about? Let's see. Updated version of multi-channel pre-compiled 3 LEDs. 2 versions. Some ESP boards have LED 2 and 3 reversed. Oh boy, I didn't know that. Okay, try the first one and see if this is the case for you. You can then flash the second one to correct it. All other pins such as button, GPIO 17 relay, GPIO 19, key 3 have been set. Okay, so it's probably this one that you need. That's great. I'm going to do that to mine. Some ESP32 modules have the GPIO 1 and 3 reversed. So let's talk about that for a second. Man, if there's been one thing that has been our biggest problem with these pre-assembled control boards that we've been selling, the Dig Unos and the Dig Quads, the number one problem has been faulty ESP32 boards and faulty D1 mini boards. It has been such a pain. It's really tough when we all the engineering and all the planning and the thinking goes into making the board that just fits underneath the actual Wi-Fi controller, the ESP32 or the D1 mini. And with very few exceptions, those parts on the bottom have all been great. But man, I tell you, 99% of the problems that we have are related to the boards on top, which really we're just buying and flashing and popping on there. But then a good percentage of those are just duds. And that's a bummer. Anyways. All right. Yes. Stupid D1 mini boards. Yes. Amen to that. Got a ticket waiting for next week. Can't be more excited. Oh yeah. For next week for the stream. VLAN could be a big pain in the, if you do anything wrong, believe me, I have set up VLAN and it is so segmented. So I need to start from scratch and cause some weird stuff. Can you form the D1 Mini or ESP3 into a daughter board that can just be hot swapped? It can be now, Blade. It is. It is. And I have them. I started listing them on the website. The problem is it's hard to make it economically super feasible for people. We're trying to those boards by themselves, like just one of these things. Even buying them sort of wholesale, they're $3 or $4 each. And so by the time we get one of these, solder the pins on because nobody, we want these to be really easy for people to pop out. So you got to spend a few minutes soldering the pins on, and then you got to spend a few more minutes putting the firmware on it. Now you got to kind of double the cost, right? So now you got a $8 or $10 controller instead of a $4 controller. So it's hard to sell those replacements, but we're doing it because it needs to be done. We want people to make these to have them working. So, is it too late to put up LEDs? Never. I don't care if it's July. It's not too late to put up LEDs, right? Just bought a house. If not, what would be the fastest route to get everything within a week? Oh my gosh. Amazon, one of a kind. Amazon is going to be your only way to get everything within a week. If you're in the US, I can get you a Dig Uno within a week if you hurry. But as far as, I'm not going to have Perma-Track certainly, but you can do the other kind of track stuff where you drill your own holes. That would work. Don't do this in July. It's too hot. Oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? That's true. It's only early for next year. That's right. We're talking about Valentine's Day LEDs now. You're getting your Valentine's Day LEDs up. So no, it's never too late, man. Never, ever, ever too late. Depending on the frame rate, 4,000. 4,000. How many LEDs can an ESP32 handle? Woo! I wonder if is WLED going to increase the software limit, Quindor, do you think? I don't know if you talked to Air Cookie more about that. Triple check the 5-volt, 12-volt jumper. RIP D1 Mini. My own fault. Yeah, sorry, Russ. And I've done it too. That wasn't Dr. Pepper, I know. I know, right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just because this was a very easily accessible can. And finally last night got some more. I got some more Dr. Pepper, so it's going to be okay. We'll run the Dr. Pepper commercial. J-Track type stuff at the local Home Depot. That's right. That's right. And if you go to Lowe's, and there it is. Look at that. So this is the stuff right here that I used initially. And it's a pretty decent option, honestly, for putting these lights up on your house. The problem with it is you have to drill your own holes, and drilling the holes can be really a big pain. When I did it, they didn't have colors. Now they've got colors. But usually, in my experience, the colors are not usually available in the store. The only stuff that's available in the store, if you want to go down and pick it up right now, is the white. Yeah, so unavailable for pickup, right? So as soon as you start changing the colors, it's unavailable for pickup, which basically just means they'll paint it for you if you want to wait. But if you want to just go get it, you just go get this, and then you drill holes. If you can get a 12 millimeter bit, that's perfect. The next closest thing is like a, oh my gosh, what is it? 31/64 or something like that is like the closest thing to 12 millimeters. But it's not exact. 1/2 inch is a little too big, but it works okay. You could do 15/30 seconds. A 15/30 seconds bit is a pretty decent option. It might be a little tight, but it's okay. A stepped drill bit, sure, you could do a stepped drill bit. Just make sure you stop at the right step. Home assistant automation that turns off my Christmas inflatables when it's too windy. And I'm proud of myself. Yeast, that's awesome. That's awesome. What else have you guys done? I did something last night that I'm proud of. Do you guys want to see it? You want to hear about it? I made last night. What did I make last night, Zach?
Christmas tree.
Yeah. What about it? What did I do with the Christmas tree?
You made it so that it would tell you when it needs to be watered.
That's right. I made it so it would tell you when it needs to be watered. How about that for awesome? So let's check it out. I don't know why these always show up as red. I don't like that they show up as red. But anyways, here we go. This is the Christmas tree water sensor. I took an ESP. Well, I'll tell you the long story version, right? So I had one of these. This is the circuit board's green. But I had one of these. This is a tree nanny. And it's a simple little thing that you put a battery in it and you stick it in the water of your tree, your Christmas tree. And when the water gets too low, it plays a little song. So it worked okay, but the song would play and then we wouldn't hear it. And And so we wouldn't water the tree, and then the tree would die, and on and on. So I've wanted to include something like this into Home Assistant, and I finally took the plunge over the last couple days and did it. So what I did was make an ESP Home sketch and an ESP32 device, like a Node MCU is all it was. And the reason I used that was because it has these touch sensors. So the ESP32 boards have some pins that you can use as capacitive touch sensors, and it works pretty well. So I set it up. I did film it, so I will hopefully turn it into a video. But you basically can. I set it up so that when the water level, when the water level top sensor or the bottom sensor is in water, it'll say on. If this bottom sensor goes to off, meaning it comes out of the water, then we'll get some light changes and we'll get an Amazon Echo announcement. And then you fill it up. So once you fill it up, once the top level sensor gets water on it, it will go to on, and then the lights will change color again, and we'll get another notice from Amazon Echo. Pretty cool, huh? That was a quick explanation. You want to see what the sketch looks like? It looks like this. It's pretty simple. This is a ESP32. This is just connecting it to my network. No big deal. And then down here, this is the meat, which is great, right? Isn't it easy? Isn't that so nice and easy? So first you just set up the ESP32 touch module. And then you set up 2 binary sensors just connected to whichever pins you're going to use. And then you have to set this threshold. This threshold is important. And, I'll go through how to do that in the video too, but basically, when you have this setup mode set to true, on the logs of this device, you'll get a ton of these readings. And if when you put the thing in the water, it'll give you a bunch of readings, and there'll be, whatever, 750, 730, 725, there'll be a bunch of things. And then you take it out of the water and it'll change. It'll be like, 900, 1100. 1,000, whatever. So you pick a number here to draw the line in the sand and say, at this number, we'll consider this binary sensor to be on. And below that, it'll be off. That kind of thing, right? Or the other way around, whatever. And that's what you set here. And then you can turn this back to false. And now you've got a binary sensor that just goes on and off based on whether or not that wire is in the water. And so far, so good. It works. What do you think? Okay, are we doing it in Node-RED? Let's look at Node-RED. Let's look at the automations. Let's look at my automations that I made. So if I go here, integrations, let's go to ESP Home. Look at my ESP Home devices. I passed them way up here. So here it is in my ESP Home integration. Okay, so let's check them out. Go to the device, we go here, and you can see that I've got 2 automations. I've got one automation for when the water's full and one for when it needs to be refilled. Let's look at when it needs to be refilled. So it needs to be refilled. This is the sensor going to off. Okay, that's the trigger. And then what is it going to do? It's going to turn on the lights on the tree. This is the controller for the lights on the tree. It's the light.windows 2. And it's going to set them to red and solid. That's that. That's it. That's all the automation does. We'll look at the Node-RED thing in a second. When the tree is full, okay, that's when the top sensor is turned to on, and it basically just sets the lights, sets the color to green, and then to a heartbeat effect. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Pretty cool. Now, in Node-RED, let's look at Node-RED. We should do this in Node-RED too. But this is what I did in Node-RED last night. Oh, this makes me so angry. See this? This makes me flippin' angry. So they are obviously not unavailable. I'm getting the readings, right? I like they're here. I see them. They are there. But for some reason, they're showing up as unavailable. It's my Wi-Fi network, and it drives me nuts. Arun says, nice to see you live again. My first time catching you live since I moved to the U.S. right from my RV. Are you in an RV? That's awesome. That's awesome. It's unavailable via Home Assistant. I don't think so. Let's look at Home Assistant and see. We can go here and look for it. Right? We can go E. It's long, yeah. Oh, it froze. I killed it. It froze, freaked it out. Can't do anything. Everything's dead now. It is flooding the network with packets and they're getting dropped? Maybe. I don't know. Do the wires go inside dirt or a water bucket? Water bucket, Yusuf. Water bucket. So for us, the tree, the tree is in a stand, a tree stand, and the tree stand is basically a bucket of water with a pole in the middle, and the tree has a hole up the middle. Oh, no, I didn't turn off Blue Iris. That's probably part of the problem. Okay, let's try it again. Oh my gosh, it froze again. It doesn't like that.
Same letter.
Same letter. Okay. Well, let me try that. Da-da-da. Infinite scroll bar. Sorry, I'm scrolling around today. We haven't discussed any of the right kind of stuff today. Messaged you just before I left India. It took my last 45 minute before the lockdown. Oh my gosh, really? Wow. I did set up some fairy lights. Yes, Quindor, I did. I set them up on the stairs and I set them up in the on the tree too. So it's awesome. Take a breather. Yeah, focus, meditate. All right, we got to slow down. I got to pace myself. We got 12 streams to do. All right, this is tricky. So here it is in the log. So it's obviously connected to Home Assistant. It's working, right? Well, it was. Error reading incoming message, receiving data error. Now it's not connecting. Now it is connected. So I don't know why it's connecting and disconnecting, but this is the bane of my existence. It is so much trouble for me, and it happens all the time. I haven't stopped talking since I started. You're right. I get so excited. So excited to be here. All my ESP Home devices show up in red when you showed your water sensor thingy. All ESP Home offline. See, that's a trick. That's weird, Lars, right? They should be showing up online. If I go to my Unify, they're gonna all show up as online. So didn't know. Always wants to work perfectly when you want to show it to people. Yeah, right? So if I go to my clients here, I wonder if, I don't think very many will show up as ESP Home, but there's going to, I can see them. I can see them in here. Like a lot of these things are ESP Home things that are connected. So we can look up the water sensor. So here's the Christmas tree water sensor. I mean, it says it's connected. It says it's got activity. It's been up for 24 hours. The signal is total crap, why? Why is the signal total crap? Oh! MDNS not working? Yeah, I think that's probably right. I don't know what to do about that. I need a less sophisticated network setup. Or I need a full-time network person. Do I have different VLANs or Wi-Fi networks for my IoT devices? I started down that path, Jed. I did start doing a different network for IoT devices. I have not separated it out into a different VLAN. Would the touch sensor be sensitive to soil if you measure the right threshold? Probably, Yusuf. I haven't tried it, but it's pretty sensitive. It's pretty sensitive. So what I discovered last night when I was doing this is that you really need to get it in the right position and don't touch it or anything when you're looking for the threshold. Because if you're touching the wire, it's going to change. And I had it all set up here on my desk, and I had a little cup of water here, and I was using the cup of water as the okay, put it in the water and what's the threshold? Take it out of the water. What's the not the threshold, but what's the reading, right? What's the impedance? And then when I took it downstairs and actually put it in the tree, it was different. I needed to change it. So with MDNS on, it's in the settings. I need help, Miguel. I need help. Maybe it's switching between access points. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. It's right near a good access point. I don't know why it would not work very well. Tips for creating local only ESP32 speaker setup for text to speech. As in no Bluetooth speakers. Oh man. Okay, I have an idea for you, Ronald. Here's an idea. I like this topic, so we're gonna scroll for a second because I like this topic. The first thing that comes to mind is using, and you guys can tell me if this would work or how well it would work, using a tablet device and or any other computer kind of device and the browser, media browser. Remember, guys? Remember that media player browser thing? It's actually I don't think that doesn't work for text to speech. I thought you could do that. I thought you could set it up so that any browser window could become a media player and you could send text to speech to it. So like from a tablet or something. I think you could do that. I don't remember for sure. The other option is Mycroft, but Mycroft is pretty, it's pretty computery sounding. It doesn't sound very good. And then we did on a live stream a month and a half ago, an ESP32 device that somebody wrote some software for it so that you could use it as a media player. And we did do text to speech, but it's very robotic, very robotic. But it's, it's totally in-house. It's totally local. You don't have to go anyplace else. Is ESP too close to the access point? It is. Browser. You can set browser as media player with the browser mod. There you go, Thomas. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. The browser mod. That's right. What type of D1 Mini am I using? Remember to set the antenna type on the Pro. Oh, I'm not using a Pro, but I didn't know you had to set the antenna type. That's interesting. Let me ask you guys this. Is it possible to just take a regular D1 Mini device, or in this case, this is an ESP32, but it doesn't matter. See the antenna there? I'm trying to get the antenna, the little tracing for the antenna. Is it possible to just scrape a little bit off of that and solder on a wire and extend it? Is that not possible? If you want really, really good text-to-speech, use the text-to-speech Cloud Say provided by Nabukasa for its subscribers. It uses a neural network for the text-to-speech. Ooh, show me this. Show me this. You want my phone? It's downstairs.
Can I use it?
Yeah, I don't even know where it is. Oh, I think it's in my closet. Antenna impedance will be completely wrong. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. Just joining. Hey, Tech Turtle, how's it going? Well, thank you for that answer, Quindor. You saved me because I was just going to try and sacrifice one of those and do it. I need to try this really, text-to-speech. Google just updated their API for text-to-speech. Home Assistant released yesterday, I believe. Okay, good. Because there was a problem with the Google one, too. Nabukasa config text-to-speech. To any compatible media player. Okay. So TTS Cloud Say. Oh, I should start using that. I do that. Here we go. Super Squirrel topic.
Huh?
I do Yeast. I do Amazon Echo text to speech all the time, and it works pretty well. It's gotten much more reliable than it had been in the past. The way I do it, I use Node-RED. I set this up with, I'm sure, Blade's help and some others. but we set this up a while back. And basically what I do is I've got these, this is my flows for text to speech. So this is just the trigger. Okay. So this trigger says when this thing goes to off, fine. Then it goes to this node. And in this node, I just type the message. All right. So I thought there was a way I could see the whole message, but anyways. So this one just says the message. Okay. You type the message. So now if it's true, if this is true, then it goes to this message, and then it passes this message on to, this is a node that says, is it too late to send messages? Because after a certain time of night, I don't want it to send messages out to everybody. But then in here, this is what we use to send the message. Okay. So we pick a media player. Well, you pick the service. And in this case, the service for Amazon Echo, the service is specific for the media player. So the service is notify.Alexa Media Echo Show. So this will put it on the Echo Show device. And then you have to put the message, and this is just passing through the payload from that other message from back at the beginning that says the tree is thirsty or whatever. And then it's data and type announce. And that's it. That's what it does. And then we just have one for each of our Alexa devices. And all that changes is the service. I know that was a really quick run through, but basically that's what it is. And this is the message. This is the payload that it passes through. So setting it up like this has made it super easy to do new voice messages like that. So I love it. Thought her name was Betty. Her name is Betty today. Now it's Betty. Thank you for reminding me. Paste that flow in Discord and chat, please. How do I do that? Are all my Node-RED flows on my... Paste that flow in Node-RED chat, please. Okay, let's see. I guess I just have to go up here and export it. Right? To the current flow. Copy to clipboard. All right. And then you want it in Discord. There's a Node-RED channel in Discord. Let's put it there. It's going to be too long, probably. Node-RED. Yeah, it's over 2,000 characters. Okay, well, it's there. Ooh. Okay, Miguel, I'm going to try that. Let's go here. Settings. Services. Enable multi-SDNS. Yeah, it's on. It's just not playing. It's just not playing nice. Thank you for trying. Hello, Renee. I didn't see your message. I would love some more ideas on that, Miguel, or anybody else. In the config, somebody's yelling. Speece did extended aerial on one of his YouTubes. Oh, did he? Good. Wouldn't do the whole flow. Up, too late. Looking into Perma-Track, you guys backordered still. Man, is it possible to get some to Utah before Christmas? Oh, Jake. We have a shipment of Perma-Track, which is supposed to be hitting the ocean anytime. Apparently it hasn't yet. When we ordered it from our factory guys in China, it was, when was it? It was beginning of November, first couple days of November, and they said it would take 20 days to finish it. It's been longer than that now. It's been over 30 days. And we still haven't got the notice that they've put it on the boat. Once it gets on the boat, it's going to take 2 weeks. And then not only does it have to get, it gets on the boat, then it gets to a port in the US, then they ship it to Salt Lake, then we can go pick it up. Then we can start shipping it out. So at this point, even though when we put in the order at the beginning of November, we thought, okay, we got almost 2 months. All right, we've got almost 2 months. This is going to be ready in 20 days. Here in a couple of weeks, right after Thanksgiving, we should have it here in hand and we can start shipping it out. Nope. The Dig Quads, yes, you are going to get the Dig Quads. If you've already put in an order, you will get your Dig Quads before Christmas. Yes. I'm sorry, I wish I could say the Perma-Track will be available before Christmas, but it will just not. Hey, Cerebral Dad, how's it going? Did I answer your question? You asked me a question and I answered, and I don't remember if I finished answering. I know I get a lot of... Did look at the video of the hookup about Unify yesterday. I think he also said turn off multicast. Oh, turn it off. Oh, okay. Gosh, what's this going to do? Is this going to like restart my network? Bye to the stream. Oh my gosh. Good copy. I live in Sandy, so I might be able to just come get it by when it gets in stock. Yeah, Jake, just keep tabs, buddy. Keep tabs, and when it does hit here, since you're right here and you can just come pick it up, we should be able to get it. Oh, do you get my stickers before Christmas? Oh, that's funny, Renee. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. I don't have any stickers. Not working in the entity. How do you tweak it? Good question. Wi-Fi channel set to 20 megahertz or 40. Best to keep the 2.4 and the 20 for your IoT. Boy, I don't even know what that means, Quindor. I don't even know what that means, buddy. If you tell me where to check that. Nico, Zero Conf. You guys are talking about something else? Zero Conf? Is that something I'm supposed to look at, Nico? Greetings from South Africa. Hello, Chris. How's it going? Do you remember Enter? Yeah, I do. That's a long time ago. I didn't put my Perma-Track order in after November. Put in early October. What happened to the October orders? Yeah. So David, we've had some learning and some growing pains, and Mike being RGB man, he was doing all of this packing of things, right? So he's been before, because when we started selling Perma-Track, I didn't even have really a web store that was doing much of anything, and I didn't really think I was gonna get into packing and reshipping and stuff very much, and he was doing it. So I said, Mike, can you do this? And he said yes, and so he was doing it, and he wasn't doing any kind of inventory management. There's just no other better way to say that. There just was no inventory management happening. So he was taking orders without knowing how much stuff was in stock, or how much he had sold and how much he had and was going to have. And that was a mistake, obviously. That was not the right way to do it. So we're learning, or have learned. At this point, we have sold all of the Perma-Track that we have. We've shipped it all. So there's no more Perma-Track that is going to be shipped and available before Christmas. When we put in the order in November, we still had some, and Mike was starting to fill these back orders, but he took way more orders than he had track to do. So major apologies from me and Mike, and we are happy to refund anybody who wants a refund at this point. I'm really sorry. There's no other way to say that. I just wish that we would have had a better handle on that and not taken orders that we couldn't fill. But we've taken orders we couldn't fill. So if you can contact me, you can contact Mike, and we can get you a refund. We will get this order, even so you put in an order in October. When we do finally get this 5,000 pieces from China, we should be able to fill all the orders. But again, I say should because I don't know exactly what the count is even of those old orders, but we're not taking any new orders. So we put at least a stopper in the leak in the dam, basically, right? We're trying to hold it together until we get a handle on the inventory. So sorry, man. Okay. Well, that's what's going on. And I apologize. I know Mike hasn't been able to communicate that very well. So I'm here to help you with communication too. So, and I know he actually has hired somebody to answer questions because he's gotten a lot. So he had to change some email addresses. And if you send an email to Mike at RGB Man, it's going into limbo. It doesn't go anywhere anymore, unfortunately, but he does have enough. Yeah. Ticket system, cough, cough, ticket system. That's right. We're going to set up a ticket system. Blade has us pretty well going. I don't want to put the URL up right now, Blade, but we're going to have a ticket system, and there will be a way that you can submit a question, even like that, Dave, and just say, hey, when's my Perma-Track coming? And it will go into the ticket system and somebody can get to it and answer it. And it might be a whole variety of us, but somebody will get, the ability to do that. And we have solved the problem. At least we know now what the problem was. The problem was selling stuff that you don't know how much you have. That's bad, right? And Mike's a great guy and he's hustling, right? I've got nothing bad to say about Mike. That was just a mistake. We're learning as we start this thing. Neither one of us are in this retail selling business prior to this. So we're learning, and so apologize for everybody that's kind of gotten stuck in that. And thank you for being patient with us. Anyways. So that's enough of that. Typical for all businesses. Yeah. Yeah. I've really enjoyed running this kind of thing. But I'm running it like we're friends, right? Instead of customers, we have friends. And so that's why I try and answer, and I know I can't answer everybody's. I try and answer everybody's requests, and I do want everybody to get an answer. But I want the relationship to stay that way. I want the relationship between whoever comes to my website and buys something and me. That's still, we're friends. I'm helping out. You're helping out. It's. I don't want to get into this big, customer business relationship too much. So I'm fired. My time zone is mountain time. Yes, mountain time. So what's our list? Let's talk about our list. There was a title on this. The title on the video is things to talk about for the stream, for the 12 streams of Christmas. Let's make a list. Node Red, right? Node Red. Node Red. That's on my list. Let's look at my list. I guess I can go to my calendar and you can look at my list there. I don't want to go to my email and look at my list. Go to my calendar and we're going to go to tasks. You can see all the things that are happening in my life. So here are some things that that I've put on here to talk about for the 12 streams of Christmas. We did kind of talk about this. I'm going to probably make a video about this, so don't worry about that. Oh, this is one thing we're going to talk about. So I'm going to make a list so that we know how many they are. Let's make a 12 streams list. Let's go down here. I don't know if this is going to do it. Well, I'll just write it down for now. We'll go low tech because low tech sometimes works better. And in no particular order, okay? The 12 streams of Node Red. All right, Node Red is on the list. And we'll probably want to talk about some specific things in Node Red, like what specific things do we want to use Node Red for, right? You like Gary's idea? Gary's idea was Node Red, Node Red, Node Red. What is Gary's idea? Where's Gary's idea? Oh, APIs, lights, motion. Ooh, I got to read Gary's comment. How far back is it? Post it again because I missed it. In Belgium, there's a sudden rush on parcel deliveries. Now it's overwhelmed with packages. People have to get their own package. Still love you. Thank you, Jarian. Is there any way I could turn on your on your tree?
Yeah.
I believe so. What do you want them on? What effect do you want?
There was a candy cane one last year.
Oh, we can do. So what we can do with candy cane is we can do chase. Oh, is it chase? I think it's, no, running. We'll do running 2. And then, so Zoe's asking for her lights to go on her little Christmas tree in her room. So we're going to do running 2, and then we're going to pick white and red.
Yes.
I'll give a kiss. There you go. Do you want it faster?
No.
Slower.
Not that slow.
That slow?
Yes.
How about up high? You want them big? You want them to be little? Or do you want it to be big?
Middle.
In the middle?
Yeah.
Like that? Yeah. Okay. You want that to be a preset?
Yes.
So we're going to save that as preset number 1. Okay. Zoe just came in with a request for her Christmas tree, because the girls put a Christmas tree in their room. This is another thing I was gonna do a video about. I was gonna okay, I'll use this Christmas tree in the girls' room, and I'll make a video about how to put these LEDs in your Christmas tree. And then I just put them up.
Why is there green in my Christmas tree?
Oh, there's green. Oh, I know why there's green in your Christmas tree, because we have the RGB color mode set wrong. Now it should be right. Wi-Fi button made with ESP8266. Oh, wait a minute. I know what's going to be wrong. Oh, no. I know what's wrong. Wait, come back. I know what's wrong. No, I know what's wrong. So here's what's wrong. So the problem with that is you've got 2 different kinds of LEDs in her Christmas tree. So in Zoe's little Christmas tree in her room, come in the stream and say hi. So in Zoe's little Christmas tree in her room, she has WS2811 5-volt pixels and WS2812 fairy pixel lights.
Yeah.
The problem there is that those 2 kinds of lights have different RGB color orders. So on one string, the red is green, and on the other string, the green is red. So which one do you want? Do you want it the way it is, or do you want it the way it was? Because you're going to have some green. There's just no way I can't have green. I'm sorry.
What it was not on at all.
Well, but before I changed the RGB color order.
It did change.
Oh, it did. It did change. You just might not have noticed because it changed from half the lights being green to the other half the lights being green. Go look at it now and see. Sorry. Everybody says hi. Segments to the rescue and make a super complex system. Yeah. I ran into the same problem on my own Christmas tree. Could I fix it with segments? Yeah, I probably could fix it with segments. Yeah, I could fix it with segments.
For now.
Okay. One segment with red, white, the other with green and white. Yeah, that's what I would have to do. And I just don't remember how many there were. 12 nodes of Christmas was my comment. Oh, 12 node reds of Christmas was your comment, Gary. Okay. Okay. I do want to do a whole stream about WLED 11 because WLED 11 is awesome. And if you haven't seen anything about 11, that's not 11. Which one is? Oh, man. Which one did I do? I thought I did this one, but that one doesn't seem to be coming on. No. I think it's because the kids unplugged my matrix. So have you already talked about the new WLED update? Should we do it? So we're going to do a whole stream about it, but basically I'm going to say, yes, you should do it. So yes, you should update because the presets, the way that presets work now is very different and it's really good. So you should definitely do the update to version 11. If the only reason if I haven't updated everything to 11, I haven't for nothing else but a lack of time, man. Nothing but a lack of time. That's it. Oh, and the other thing was if you have a Dig quad that is using the multi pin output that we were calling alpha a ways back, that you do need to use this binary file to update. Okay, so if you have a DigQuad, then you're using the Quindor's precompiled multi-channel output binary file. Then when you update to 11, you need to use this. Okay, and the link was in there earlier, but I'll put the link in there again. Update 1 now. Okay, let's update Zoe's. Let's update Zoe's now and her Christmas tree. So you go to config, securities and updates, and let me think about what controller. I have to go look and see what controllers. Okay, sorry. You got to make sure you can see the info overlay too. Can you? I looked at that last night and I couldn't. I didn't think I could see it. Where is it? Is it not? Is it here somewhere and I'm just not seeing it? Oh, ESP32. There you go. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Stream of DigQuad multi-output setup with Xlights integration. We did that. And we did that and we even chopped it up and made it a little bit easier. Look at the info. Sorry. I think I was looking at this and I didn't see that last night. It was just because I was probably distracted. Surprise. All right. So we're going to go here and I just needed to make sure that I knew which file to use, right? So for everybody out there in the world. So this is the controller that she has on there is an ESP32, but it's not on a Dig Uno, or DigQuad either. So it's not the pin 16. It's not on a Dig. It's not on. Yeah, it's an ESP32, but it's not on a Dig Uno or DigQuad. So it doesn't need to be the. It doesn't need to be this pin 16 version. So it needs to be this one. Okay. Stream of digital. Does anyone know how to control a partial light string in Xlights? Will it run on an ESP88? Or did you mean 8266? And I don't know what 2741 means, Carlo. It won't run if you have less than half a megabyte of memory on whatever controller you're running. It has gotten big enough now. It's like 600 kilobytes. And so it has to be at least a 1 megabyte memory on whatever controller chip you're running. Does that help? So, all right, we're going to do Node Red. We're going to do WLED 11. Oh, I'm going to do an arcade, guys. So this is part Christmas, part getting ready for our little Hobbit house. Okay, thanks, Quindor. Thanks for being here, man. See ya. All right, MB actually caught a live stream. 1 megabyte can be used, but not OTA update in the future. Very true. Thank you. You're right. More cool features in the new update. The coolest stuff is the presets. And here's what's cool about the presets. You can change the name. So like I just set this preset for Zoe. So I'm going to call it Candy Cane. And I'm going to save it. And then you can also copy out all of this stuff here. So if I wanted to put that candy cane into a different controller, like if I wanted to go here and make a new preset, I could make this preset candy cane. And then instead of use current state, you open up this box for API command, and then I can paste that in. And now it's running the candy cane preset up there. It was that quick. You know what I mean? Like I've done 3 or 4 different little streams / videos where I was trying to copy a preset from one controller to another. That's all you got to do now. It's that simple. The other thing is you don't have a limit anymore. You don't have a limit of how many presets, and you don't have the limitation where only preset 16 saves the segments. So those are the big things. So version 111 was all about presets. Where are the updates found? David says. WLED releases page. So let's go here. Code and releases. Right here. So this is the latest one. Yes, you do, but it's a RAM limit. Okay, great. Info should reflect how much RAM it has, and that will make life easier. Oh, Kenneth, you are amazing. Thank you, buddy. So let's go here and we'll look at the info. And this will tell me that I have 1 megabyte. Is that what that says? No. Is that what that's telling me? What is this telling me? That I've only used 5%? No. Impossible. Impossible. What is that telling me? I thought 255 presets is the limit. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But it's not. It's certainly not 16 anymore. Let me start by thanking you for all your videos. You're welcome. Node MCU, Vixen, X-Lights, and WLED. Thanks for you show up is running this year. First time. Fantastic. Just another gamer. I'm glad to hear that. Quick question though. You never seem to use any of the big controllers in your videos. Why not? Or did I miss something? Just because my display hasn't gotten that big. I do have them, which again is probably something that I need to put on this list. I do have Culp controllers. I just haven't set them up. I spend so much time trying to get everybody else set up. I haven't. Can you send a link for the Dig Quad? Yes, I can. Here. It's on Quindor's website. That's the file system, not the RAM. I was pointing to a lack of the info. Oh. Yeah, we do need to do that, don't we, Miguel? We do need to do that. But what I started to say was, I'm building an arcade cabinet. I'm going to build an arcade cabinet. So it worked out pretty well when Banggood wanted to send me stuff, and I did it as a live stream. So a couple of the streams of Christmas, we're going to do some of that kind of stuff. And that's in my list here. If you saw my calendar list, and it says Retro Pi 4. So I bought a Raspberry Pi 4, and I'm going to use it as a retro gaming Pi. And I've got Banggood's going to send me some big buttons and the controller, to hook all that stuff up so we can pew, 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 pew. We make a big arcade controller box for retro gaming, retro Pi gaming. It'll be fun. So that's this. Banggood's going to send me a plasma cutter. So I can cut metal, bzzz, plasma cutter. See how that goes. Let's see. I do want to do, we'll see what else. This is for the RV. I'm going to put a router in the RV, and I want to put DDWRT on it. I would love to do the compiling. Dance Revolution. Well, I have 18 kilobytes left on one, so that needs an upgrade in the future. Uh-oh. Cheers, man. Got it. A new subscriber. Thanks. Good luck on the arcade. Thanks. I built one last year. Most of the work is in the woodwork. Oh, good. Banggood to send a CNC machine. Yeah, I'm going to have to get on that. Will it work or will it blow up? Hey, Jaron, how's it going? 12 streams of Christmas. Oh, I don't know what else. What else? So far, I've got 4 things on the list. We are going to put, so the arcade controllers. They're sending me 3 things. What was the other things? The plasma cutter, the gaming controller thing, and there was something else. I can't remember what it was now. See if you can get the Starlink beta for the RV. Oh man, so expensive, John. So expensive. Maybe. We'll see. Is 18 feet data cable too long for the Dig Quad? It should not be, Sasheen. It should not be. Are you having troubles with it still? It shouldn't be, but it also depends on the size of the wire. Could be. The strength of some of the connections. Make sure your connections are real solid. Make sure you don't have a cut or a break or something in the wire. So yeah, no, it shouldn't be. Make sure your grounds are connected so that because I just ran into that problem again with somebody I was trying to help with the other day. And the problem was that they had a power supply for the LEDs and a different power supply for the controller, and they didn't connect the grounds. So they got all kinds of crazy behavior because of that. Built a neon sign by putting LEDs into a silicone tube from BTF Lighting. Could be a cool 12 days of Christmas, but probably too late to get it now. I've built a great Christmas sign with it. Silicone tube. I could probably find some silicone tube. Silicone tube lights. You know what I want to do for guests? So there's some new guys that have been doing really pretty good videos. There's a guy named Zach. You guys know who I'm talking about? Zach, that is doing I think he's actually he's done a lot of the stuff for the front end of Home Assistant. His first name's Zach. I can't remember his last name. That's the name of his YouTube channel. But anyways, he's done a lot of videos about Lovelace. I'd like to get him on, have a guest, get him on maybe. Are the Dig Unos in stock? Yes. How long do they take to ship? Days is it. Like right now, if you put in an order for Dig Unos, even though it says back order, I'm shipping them every day. I'm shipping them every day. Unos only though. 3D printed a snowflake with 270 LEDs. That's awesome, Jose. That is awesome. I want to see a picture. My first power injection lights that had the data signal touch. There was smoke. Oh no. So do you think I fried the whole strand? No lights are turning on. Oh man, it's possible, Sasheen. It's possible. But it's also possible that it's only the first one. So what I would do is go to, it depends on how your strings are set up, right? But most cases, is it strips or strings? Either way, just go to cut out the first light, cut out the first pixel or the first strip on, the first LED on the strip, cut that out, and then try and resolder to those, to the new connections, or just twist tie back, if you're using pixels. Just cut that first one out. You're using strips, right? So you've got to deal with this, right? So I have done that before. I've connected 12 volts to 5 volt strips like this and destroyed some of the LEDs, but not all of them. So what I did was I just went to each of these contact points and connected to each one to see where the bad pixels were and then cut those out. So you can hopefully it's just the first pixel or the first couple of pixels. And if you can, start moving along. I did it with some jumpers. So I grabbed some jumpers and I push it on these contact points. Did that make the rest of the string work? If not, then I'll go to the next one and the next one and the next one until I got to a point where it's like, okay, they're working for a while. So now I know which ones are bad. Cut that out. Oh, you sent me a picture. Awesome. Did you send it in? Send it, post it so everybody can see. Oh. You default to dashboard using this to check if there's online. This does not. Setting this to true makes ESP home. If you open ESP home and scroll down, you can get configuration options and you can change the configuration to status. Use ping true. Okay, Miguel, I'm gonna go through that and think about it, and then I will try it, and it would be really awesome. Strongly recommend PF Sense for reliability as a router. Run it on a $150 firewall box from eBay, and you're all set. That sounds good. Fit like a glove. That sounds good. Should do a video about QLC Plus. I don't even know what that is. It's a free light control software similar to X-Lights. Oh, really? Huh. Never heard of it. Man, X-Lights is so ubiquitous right now. It'd be hard to think of something replacing it. But I will also say that, man, X-Lights is not very user-friendly. At least it hasn't been. It's getting better. It's certainly getting better. It's just, using a lot of old stuff. Interesting. Well, for some of you pixel heads, why don't you check it out and let me know what you think. Q Light Controller Plus. See, those are still showing up as unavailable. Still showing up as unavailable. Arrgh. Please invite Zach Barrett. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy. Zach Barrett. He's the guy. I'm sure he'd love it too. Well, I hope he would love it. I don't know. He's doing. If you haven't looked at Zach Barrett on YouTube, he's doing a lot of really good stuff. There's a few new guys that are doing really good stuff on YouTube, and that is great. I am glad for it. Oops. Why? What just happened? It's not the same guy. That's not the same guy. That's not the same guy. That's not the same guy. I just subscribed. Somebody post a link, would you? Anyways. Currently working on my first LED project in your yard for your dad. Let's hope it works. Reach out to Chris Fisher from Self-Hosted Show. He runs home assistant in his RV. Oh, really? Oh, cool. Self-Hosted. Because I'm curious about what, what's the best ways to integrate some of those things. Zach Barrett. Did I spell it wrong? I know I just subscribed to his channel. I just was watching something that he did. Is it 1R? See, this is not him. Not one video. It's not any of these guys. Nope. She didn't look like Zach. Oh, am I spelling Zach wrong with a K? It's supposed to be with a K? Is Doc not seeing Twitch chat? I am seeing Twitch chat. Sorry. With a K. That's the problem. He spells his name wrong. There he is. There he is. All right, guys, let's blow it up. Let's everybody subscribe to Zach. Everybody subscribe. Thank you, Raspy. How's it going, JP? Thanks for linking that too, Raspy. Sorry I wasn't paying attention. You know what I need? Dr. Pepper. Hold on. I usually have a mug up here to fill. I don't have a mug today, so I'm just going straight out of the bottle. Zach knows a lot of stuff about the front end, Lovelace and such. So, you know, I don't know how long he's been doing videos. Not a real long time, but he's got good stuff. He builds the layout. It's right on stream. Sean, was that you that I talked to about the pool cage? I wish I could just get a machine. Is Zach part of the Nabu Casa? Is he part of Nabu Casa? Makes it look like he's official front-end developer. Maybe it's just because he's doing so much work. So running troll, I suppose, are you on the live stream right now? I can answer your question right now. Are you on the stream right now? All right. So Doc, is Michigan going? Oh man, are they going to beat? I'll tell you this. What would be more 2020 than Michigan beating Ohio State next weekend? He's not your coworker. No, he's doing a good job. So he's just one of the open source contributors. Controlling my RV lights, water pump, water heater, and sewer dumps, and theater system with home system. That sounds awesome, Trenton. That's what I want to do. That is what I want to do. I've got to do it and not mess up the system that's already in place, you know? Excuse my burpings. Thank you for subscribing. Going good. Finally got the lights working. Added Wi-Fi range extender, but not a good signal to control the DrZzs. So I ordered a Node MCU 8266 and installed the WLED and sync to control. Oh, that's a good idea. So you're just like relaying it? Oh, that's smart. That's what smart people do. Fully works without Home Assistant. Good. Good. That's what I need. Because if it's gonna... No. That still works. That's that Amazon Echo. You guys couldn't hear it, but I left the closet door open and Aleka screamed at me about turning off the light. Diagnostic suggestions for my Quinn LED DrZs Uno. The issue is that the D1 Mini is restarting when I increase the lights above 50%. That sounds like you might have a power supply issue. What kind of power supply are you using, Tom Grimm? What kind of power supply? That sounds to me like when the LEDs draw too much current, they are sucking too much away from the D1 Mini. The D1 Mini probably needs at least half, well, what is it? It's not half an amp. What am I going to say? I can't remember how much it uses, but it's not, the D1 Mini has its threshold, right? It needs a certain amount of current. And if the LEDs are taking all of the current, I think it might be half an amp sounds like way too much. Uh-oh. Updated WLED 11 and now not reliable anymore. Ah, sorry, Carlo. Oh no. Oh no. Which way? Make sure. Oh gosh. I hate when this happens. You tell somebody to do something and they do it and then it breaks. Bench power? Huh. You're not limiting the amount of current, are you? You could sacrifice the D1 Mini halfway between you and the bad reception module and create a sync group for it. D1 Mini only. Yeah, that's what that guy did. That's what whoever I just read. Tycho just joined. How's it going, buddy? Just got done with live Christmas tree watering system, light control system, and hidden switch. Oh, that's awesome, James. I did something similar. That's great. We will do a live stream about Home Assistant 1.0. So is it something else on the board? Oh, that's a good, I guess it could be. I mean, so those boards, on the DrZs Uno, Quindor's not here. I don't know if it's giving it power through the 5-volt pin or the 3-volt pin. If it's giving it power through the 5-volt pin, then it could be the little voltage regulator on the Node MCU or on the D1 Mini. And I've certainly had those go bad before. When okay now, Ben can't get it online anymore. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So is it probably out of reach? Is it out of reach, Carlo? So you can't reach it? You can't take it down and manually do it? Dang, man, I'm really sorry. Shoot. Can you see if it's not connecting to your network anymore? Ah, that's weird. It's usually fine. If you know how to do multi-room sync with Volumio, that would be an awesome stream. I don't know how. Do you know how? Work in an IT department. You will learn to live with things that suddenly break even when it's supposed to work. Holy Dr. Pepper Batman. Oh, I'm so sorry, Carlo. Dang it, we broke it. I feel personally responsible, buddy. I'm sorry. Dang it. Does the 100 microfarad make the D1 Mini more stable? No, it's supposed to make the power, when the power goes to the LEDs, so that it goes more gradually and it doesn't overshoot, give it too much voltage too fast and cause the LEDs to be damaged. So it's the reason that capacitor is there is to soften the power on when the lights light up. So it's really for the LEDs. It's not for the D1 Mini. Work as a developer and you'll just become okay with things breaking. See, in my job, that can't happen. I can't just have, oh, well, this person was alive last time I tried this. Voltage smoothing. There you go, James. James, how did you get your little check mark like that? Why is your name so fancy? I like it. Last week, our accountant came running in. What did you update? Nothing. I can't accept that things just stopped working. Okay. What did you do? Yeah, I get that around here all the time. Running the same strip with 9 meters fine on a different board with power injections. Okay, so then it's that board. That's crazy. You're a YouTube OG. Nice. You should install Unified Dream Machine in the RV. Oh, man. My Dream Machine. Gosh, guys, I want my Unify. I want to be happy with my Unify system. I am just not. It's killing me. Time for bed. Good night. Thanks for tuning in, Frank. Super excited about next Sunday. Super excited. For once, I'm not going to be streaming. I'm going to be watching. So I'll be watching and then I'll stream when it's over. Hopefully they're not having to put dead people under anesthesia. Yeah, not usually. Although, we do organ donation. So I just updated to 11. Gave me a little scare and saying loading UI for a long time after the update. Made a mistake of buying 40 meters worth of strips with the idea of doing the house. And now the wife doesn't like the idea. Uh-oh. 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 I'm sure you could sell them. What's missing with my Unify? It's awesome. I have Wi-Fi reliability issues, Martin. That's, I think, the quickest way to sum it up. I have Wi-Fi reliability issues. Even we're looking at Node Red and we're looking at these are my ESP home devices. They're just showing up as unavailable. I don't know why. They are available, right? Like this is one of those devices and it's giving me the states right here. So I don't know why it's showing up as unavailable. And another big problem that I have is anything that goes into an access point mode, gets blocked basically. So when I try and start a new WLED controller, I have a beast of a time because if I don't connect to that WLED AP instantly, it gets blocked and I can't connect to it at all. So I have to try 4 or 5 times, just really do it fast and finally can get it. Or I need to go across the street, plug it in at somebody else's house and then do it. So that's pretty sucky. What else? Oh, and as somebody said something about access points, I have 5. I have the Dream Machine, the Unified Dream Machine. I have 2 ACAP Pros. I have 1 ACAP Lite, I guess what you call it, right? Or and then I have one that's the outdoor one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's outside. I have 5 Wi-Fi access points. My house is not that big. I should not need any more Wi-Fi access points. Scale back performance on my 2.4 gigahertz. How do I do that? You didn't update the APs to the latest firmware, did you? They're set to update to whatever. I don't know. Let's look and see. I'm happy to have a stream. Can we have a stream all about, in fact, I'll stay on this stream. We can make this stream last a long time if we're going to just make it all about fixing my Wi-Fi And you know what they did, Dave? They did work good for me for a while, but then they stopped. Can't believe it's taken me this long to find this channel. Had a terrible time with outside strings of LED lights after a huge amount of diags. Discovered the ESP needs, and I'll hear the rest of a minute from the nether bone. Really? Wi-Fi issues? I practically live in a concrete box. I have 2 APs, and our only ISP now is off days. Router settings, at least in mine, could set the performance. Sounds like oversaturation. Anyone think DrZzs might just have 2 more devices on his network than the primary router can support? Could be. Quick idea before going offline. I think you need more access points. Get out of here, Frank. Get. Go. You. Shoo. Off to bed with you. Too many access points. That's probably what it is. Oh my gosh. Do a smart scan of the Unify. Okay, I need to do that. I'm going to do that today. Perhaps your channels to fix instead of auto. Make sure 2.4 gigahertz is on VH20. How do I do that? Pull up the heat map. I can pull up the heat map. The heat map. Floor plan. This one doesn't even actually show everything. So this is the first floor. Okay, so there's my Unify, and then or my Dream Machine. Oh no, this is the basement. Sorry. So this one is in the basement. So that's one of my pros that's down in the basement. Okay. Then I have the first floor. I have the Dream Machine, and then I actually out here, you can't see it, but down in this corner over here, outside, I have that access point that's outside, which I haven't placed on this map yet. I guess I could do that. I don't remember. Edit. No, never mind. Radios. I don't remember how to add walls, planning, place devices. Ah, yes, this one. It's out here. It's actually like over here. Okay, there we go. Now I placed that device. That wasn't that hard. Okay, so I got this one over here. I'll put it right there. And then upstairs I have a Pro here and a, oh, that's weird that one is so small. This one is actually a Light, and this one is the Pro. 2D is fine. Usually put 1 per floor anyhow. I think you need to disable your Dream Machine AP and only use the 2 AC Pros. Oh, really? Make sure you have not metal structures between the device that has issues in the AP. Wi-Fi does not like metal. There's not any more metal than in a normal wall. I mean, there's nails and maybe a little bit of copper wire. Channel set for 2.4. How do I look at that? Go to devices, configure channels. Okay. So this has now become, this is the major squirrel. We are now fixing DrZz's Wi-Fi, and that's just how it's going to be. That's what we're going to do. Because I don't like that. Seems excessive, but you probably only need at least 3. Two for 2,400 square foot plus outdoors. Yeah. Oversaturation. More complicated than my Asus Mesh. Yeah, they're way complicated. That's probably part of my problem is that I don't know how to make them work. Right. Okay, so somebody said devices, configure, and channels. Okay, so devices. Devices. Configure? No. See. Oh, do I just go to each one of these then? Like I go to this one, say? And then channels, clients, config. No. Tools, stats, clients. Just curious what I'm looking at. You are looking at a Unify, the Unify network control system. When you start IoT, it's worth it. Merlin firmware. Unify Dream Machine. Okay, so who should I listen to? Pavan, go to devices, configure, and channels. I don't know if I'm missing something here. Right there, channel 6. Oh, right here. Should that be, now I don't know, should that be auto? Should that be something else? On your dashboard, does it show your APs and their state? Right here. Oh, here's the channels. It says the channels, 11, 6, 6, 11, 6. As is errors, retrans. You're on the right page. You're looking at a bald guy clicking stuff on his computer, yes. And drinking massive quantities of Dr. Pepper. It's all about the DBM, basically. All numbers of devices per AP. Oh, the errors? I do get some errors, but basically it's telling me that we can go back to the down here. So I get a lot of this. High Wi-Fi retries for client for the last 2 hours. High TCP latency for client. High Wi-Fi latency. 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 High Wi-Fi. What model of Lulzbot? I have the Taz 5, but I really love my Ender. My Ender 3 is awesome. The Access Pros can handle 250 devices apiece. A fully functional Unify environment for 4 APs. Do you want to look into my config and compare it to yours? Sure. My Wi-Fi is overheating. Is it? Where does it say that? It's overheating? How do you tell? How can you tell? Getting confused trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. That's probably true. Scroll up to the top. How do I undo that? Is this the temperature? Where's the temperature? High latency. So maybe I should turn off the access point on the Dream Machine. But see, the Dream Machine doesn't look like, I mean, it says 23% utilized. I just look at that and think, okay, well, that's not too bad. These dashboards always show crap. Is DrZzs sponsored by Dr. Pepper? I wish. If you know anybody at Dr. Pepper, come and give me a call. 5 gigahertz is yellow for the 2 channels. You mean these 2 down here? This is the 2.5. Yeah, it's bad. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. 23 is quite high for the temperature. Oh, 23 is high for the percent. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Do I have cameras for Unify? I do not have cameras for Unify. I really think you're interfering with yourself. I think you're probably right, mostly Chris. I think you're right. I think there's definitely so much going on that there's some confusing signals and things are getting messed up. So how do I streamline that? How do I fix it? Smart feature you can turn on so the devices will roam between access points and the access points will change channels due to the environment. Okay. Where's that, David? Is that wonder why none are using channel 1. Maybe your neighbors are using channel 1. You have 3 APs on channel 6. So I guess we can go to each device, right? I would think that I would want to set the channel thing to auto, right? And I don't know when or why I set it to, why is it set to channel 6? I don't know. Your extra APs are hardwired. Yes, they are. You find out what the middle one to channel on 2.4. Fixed is better than, okay. Use SSIDear on any other tool. You can look at the neighbor's channels. Where's that scan? There's a thing that scans, and I haven't done that. It like requires you to turn everything off, and I haven't done that yet. Looks like I have fixed channels. Also, with so many APs set and minimal RSSI, for example, try auto first. Wi-Fi Analyzer app on your phone is a great thing. Insights. Do a Wi-Fi scan. It shows nearby access points. Scan the AP config. Fix the channels as far apart from each other. Scanning takes all the Wi-Fi offline. Don't do it. Yeah, I need to do that for a minute. Should make sure the APs don't share channels. Set them to HT20. Set the strength to medium. Then set the APs that can see each other to 3. 6, 9, 12, or something like that. Same channel for multiple APs next to each other is bound to give you issues in AP selection. Okay. So you said send them to HT20. Now this one is upstairs that can see each other. So wait till after this to start the scan. Okay, I will do the scan today though. Insights on the left. What does Insights tell me? Yeah, I can select the channels right here, right? So let's AP the upstairs. We'll set that one to 6. Okay, that's fine. Then let's go to the other one that's upstairs here, which is so the upstairs one and the Pro actually are probably pretty close to each other. Let's see. This one is on channel 11, so that's fine. The basement is not close to anything. And the light is on 11. What other channel should I try? 3? Let's set the toy room one to 3, 39. The scanning tools and the devices under the buttons at the bottom of the details. No. Set it to 1. 1, 6, and 11. 1, 6, and 11. 1, 6, and 11. Everybody says 1, 6, and 11. Strength set to medium too. Okay. Let's go. Is that under config? So medium instead of auto. Okay. And then maybe I'll set the Dream Machine to channel 1. Put the basement in 6 because it's the least likely to hear neighbors, and 6 is very common. Oh. So this one is outside. This one should probably be on a different channel then too. Let's put this one on 11. We'll set it to medium. We'll set it to 11. Oh, I didn't hit apply changes, did I? Which one was that? Was the Dream Machine? Is the Dream Machine going to restart if I apply those changes? Basement AP, the toy room AP. Yeah, because they'd be far apart, right? If I apply this, I'm afraid what's going to happen. Changing channels will force everything on that AP to reconnect. Unified devices have a cool feature. They scan the RF environment. You could get a better idea. Hey, Keaton, how's it going? I got your message about what the Amazon Echo Media Player can do now. So you can now, through Home Assistant and the Alexa Media Player, you can say, show me the camera or whatever, and it'll do it. Or any other routines kind of things. To think 3D should be on top of each other. Spacing channels prevents strong APs at flux, not creating side lobes which pull down. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going to apply these changes and we'll see if this doesn't disconnect everything. Hopefully. Going to sleep. See you, Renee. Maybe someday we'll get some. It's only been 2 Christmases since you were supposed to get stickers, right? Boom. Always breaks the connection. Did I turn off the stream? Did that kill the stream? Get angry children when they can't stream Netflix. Yeah, that's amen to that. That's okay. We're gonna do that. So let's show me where that scan is. Where do we do that scan? Right? Is it in settings? Thank you for your stream. Slow path of learning. WX, cheers. See you, arcade punks. See you, man. If you know about arcade stuff, you can help me later. One hopes you're streaming over a wired connection. Yeah, I am. This time. Interference from Zigbee? Could be. Oh, the Zigbee. Am I stuttering? I had hot Dr. Pepper served with an orange slices. No, Jawbreaker, but that sounds delicious. Bow out. I'll see you, Tony. Dad's taxi service is required. Hopefully we'll catch everybody tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow is the first of the 12 streams of Christmas at 10 a.m. I was stuttering a minute ago. Probably just losing my mind, that's all. So, let's do, you can also use AI to do a nightly scan. I actually turned that on last night. I did turn that on last night. And it did this, so it's done actually 3 scans. That's because I told it to. So I had it scan last night. I turned on this AI to do the scan. Scan is on the devices. Okay. Perma-Track details, somebody's asking. Thank you, youths are good enough for sorting that out. Hello from Italy. Do I have any Shelly devices? I have several. I use one. Stuttering stream freezes. Oh. Wi-Fi isn't the only thing using 2.4. Yep. Video extender messing with my parents' Wi-Fi. For the RF scan, you select one of your access points. In the same-ish area you're looking at changing the channels, you can click the tool at the top and then the RF environment. Okay. The scan will take the AP offline while it scans. Yeah. Curious why I have so many. It was to hopefully solve, the reason I have so many access points was to hopefully solve my coverage issues. Too many wireless cameras. Oh boy, I do have a bit of wireless cameras. I've tried to get wireless cameras that are 5 gigahertz, but yeah, I definitely have some wireless cameras. What? Still going. Hey, Quidnor, you're back. Hey, we're doing a bunch of Unify stuff. I'm surprised my shades didn't go up at 2 o'clock today. That's weird. Why didn't the shades go up? Huh. Go to PoE, yeah. I have PoE on my wish list someday. Hey, from Naples. Santa's coming at 10 a.m. Your activity on the client's page will tell you if anything is eating up bandwidth. You have a lot of devices that can make the shift to 5, force them to use 5. Yeah, I don't know. I do try and shift to 5. So let's see. So these are the things that are using the most. Yeah, the Reolink camera, theater camera, garage camera. Zoe's iPhone is the Dawson's iPhone. There's a lot of these things that are using up a bunch. So maybe that's what I need to do, huh? Just shades are in ESP Home. No, they're RF. I wonder why. Could be a time change. That's weird because it's been working in the past, right? So that's weird that they're not working right now. Heard that Wi-Fi 6 will handle a lot more IoT devices. Lazy today at 2 o'clock. Why did I have to be lazy today at 2 o'clock? Yeah, right. Blue Iris for the MVR. Do you have any high resolution that updates often to sensors? Constantly, my Wi-Fi much better, reducing intervals. Phone should be on 5. The other thing is some of these cameras can be on 5, I think. Not all of them, maybe. Yeah, maybe I just need to instruct the controller to force 5 gigahertz capable devices to use 5 gigahertz automatically. Okay, I need to set that. Problem with my Wi-Fi devices getting knocked off? Yeah, Jim. A lot of Wi-Fi devices they're just having a beast of a time sometimes, and it really screws up when you want your home automation stuff to be seamless. Issue with Wi-Fi clients who choose the wrong AP from Unify. Yeah, I tried, Bozeman. I tried early on to like force some devices to connect to certain access points, and then I decided that was a bad idea, and I just let them bounce around. But yeah, it's certainly. It's funny that some of these devices that are using so much. There's a lot. I mean, look at this, 130 gigabytes for this. That's a lot. You need airwaves traffic control and all those signals bouncing around. Yeah. Reduce sensor reporting frequency. Good idea. Kept disconnected from my Wi-Fi. That's how I found out my cameras were the problem. It's a whole ordeal. Reason to use Z-Wave for the majority of my automations. Density of lights is too high. Oh, you're talking about a different question. Streaming to China? Yeah, probably. Should look at IoT, NOT networks at only 2.4. Yeah, I started that, Kenneth, and I just haven't completely done it. Do you use any Zigbee? I do. Merry Christmas effect on WLED doesn't look good from half a block away. BTF 300 lights per string. It doesn't look good from half a block away, JP. What should we do? You want to change it to? You want to change the intensity or change the speed? Like what do you mean it doesn't look good? Tell me what doesn't look good. We can help you. 2 different SSIDs, one for 5 and one for 2.5. No, 300 LEDs per string. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else we're going to try on this. What is my list of things to try? I'm going to do the scan. So this is what I'm going to try. I'm going to go to the devices. Oh, I'm already on devices. No, I'm not on devices. But now it's like frozen. There we go. There. Oh, took a minute to get to my devices page. You were answering above. Okay, thank you. Looks blurry. Lost track. What's the main problem? I don't remember. 20 megahertz and 40 megahertz thing. Let's see. So if I go to the devices, and so let's pick like this outside access point here. If I go here to config radios, so this is on BTH40. Oh, that's down there. So it is HT20 set to channel 11, medium power. Anything else I should change? Is that like the normal, what I should do? And so if I do this scan, I don't know what that does, but I need to do the scan for each of these, correct? Take time and use the hookup stream for splitting into IoT. It's well worth it. Okay. That's where I started, and I just didn't finish. 3 Wi-Fi cameras, 2.4 switching PoE. Controller recommendations for 2015 strips. Did you knows, brother? If you can get them. Depends on the clients you have. Basement. I haven't gone into the config on the basement, so let's do that. Config on the basement. Radio. So I should set them all to medium power, right? And 20. And that one's on channel 6 down in the basement. So that's good. Q changes. Apply changes. Okay. The what? The Dig Uno? The Dig Uno. Scan. Better is selecting channels per AP yourself. You know how what is close together and what is not. You can spread out available channels. They're in the same group? Yeah, I think so. PoE. All my cameras are on that. I run 100% unifying PoE everywhere I can. Yeah. I got to get there, DIY and tech repairs. I got to get there. Best way to move the database from the standard DB to MariaDB. But mine freezes when I'm adding. Oh gosh, who did that video? It was really easy. Somebody else did it and I watched it. Was it? Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. Was it Juan? I can't remember. But I did it and it was easy. Watch the beginner video. Thank you. How long of an LED strip can I run in feet per controller and power supply? Depends on how many LEDs. Realtor Michael Jones. But it depends on how many LEDs more than how many feet. So if you're using If you're using, and it depends on whether you have 12 volts or 5 volts. But the thing to do is to get your LEDs, lay them out on your living room floor, connect them, and see where you need power injection. That's the best thing to do. High density causes the amount of lights higher and not one small red and green. Want more red, more lights at once. You might want a different effect. What are we fixing today? Did the MariaDB video? That's what I was going to say. I thought it might have been that. Okay, so Sir Goodenough. What are we fixing today that did it? Hey, Raymond. All right, so we open that one. Let's go to the toy room. I think we did the config on this one already. Radios. Oops, it's still on auto, so let's set it to medium. It's on 20 and it's on 11. Okay. Q changes. Apply changes. And then the only one that's left is the Pro. That's upstairs. Radios. Medium. 6. Q changes. This is going to disconnect Dawson, and he's going to lose his Madden match on his phone, and he'll be upset. Sir Goodenough on YouTube. I think it's What Are We Fixing Today is his channel on YouTube. He goes by several. What do they call those? On each AP, you'll have Wi-Fi experience. Start changing the one with the lowest percentage for 2G. Okay. Guess what I'm asking is, can I do a whole house with one power supply and one controller, or usually multiple power supplies and multiple controllers? Oh, I hate to say it again, Realtor Michael Jones, but it depends. You definitely possibly could do your whole house with one power supply. I did most of my house with one power supply, but then when I started to add more parts of the house and do like the side of the house and the back of the house, it just made sense to do a different power supply and a different controller. It just was, rather than run really long lengths of wire, through the attic or whatever, it just made a little sense for me to just run more, a new power supply and a new controller. That way I didn't have to mess with the old one. All right. Let's go for a few more minutes, and then we'll end for tonight. Would never do with 1 PS. Amperes would be too high, and that's true too. Kenneth makes a great point. If you're trying to do your whole house, especially if you're using like 5-volt lights, you will get a lot of current in your wires quickly when you start really adding up a lot of the lights. So 3,000 lights. It works. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you've got them all split, hopefully you have the wires split a bunch, because 3,000 lights is going to be a lot of amps. So if that's all trying to run through small wires, it's going to melt. Just turned in. Bad timing on my part. Oh, just tuned in and now I'm saying it's time to go. At 40? At free? Or is that just at a re? Guess you have to sync the controllers when you're using multiples. Yeah. And the syncing kind of works and kind of doesn't sometimes. Like if they restart, then the sync button gets turned off. And so it's a little bit, what I've done is just set them to, I put the macros in for each one. So I have 3 main controllers on the outside of the house that run the roof line of the house. One does the front, which is most of it. One that does the side, it kind of wraps around from the garage around the back patio, and then one that does the front or the top and down another part on the back of the house. So I have 3 different controllers, and so what I've done is I just go into the macros and I put a macro in that says turn on at this time, turn off at this time, run this effect, and then they all just, it doesn't even matter if they're not connected to Wi-Fi, they just do it. Remember I told you when I ordered the Dig Uno? I don't remember, man, JP, I wish I could tell you. I wish I could say that I would remember every order, but I've lost track. But if you told me you had 3,000 5-volt lights, I probably said, gosh, please split up the power or run big wires. Back to basic, 2.4 VTH20, longer range, smaller band, channel, and TX power auto. Okay, channel and TX power auto could be the neighbors interfering. There's a lot of, everybody around here's got a lot of Wi-Fi, so that's probably more sync stuff coming up the roadmap, WLED. At some point, we might also get continuous effects over multiple controllers, but that's still future talk. Awesome. 2 data cables from the Dig Uno. One goes to the lower level, the other to the upper level. Sent you a video of the lights. Oh, cool. Sorry, JP. And it might be because I don't recognize your name. If like your email or something was a different name. Sorry. Squirrel. Looking for someone who can tell me how to set up a voice assistant using Almond. I'm not that guy, that coder. I've tried Almond, and it wasn't ready for prime time when I tried it. That's the best I would tell you about that. Yes, you can do 1050 lights enough from the Dig Quad with only 1 data cable. Yes, you just need a lot of other, you'll need power input in other places, but you can have 1050 lights with 1 data line, yes. Got WD even working, but not by OTA. Okay, well, good, Carlo. I'm glad you got it working. You had to go out and do it. Okay, let's call the kids up. It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off. It's time for sign off. You want to press the button? I'll press it. Too late. Let's see if it works. Florine, can I help you with the Sonoff RF bridge? I don't have much to add other than what I've done. I would look back at the Sonoff RF bridge videos that I've done have been, you know, they're still working for me. And then I just did the recent one about the Portish firmware. Who knows a method for Wi-Fi signal blocking? Lots of Wi-Fi from around the house, from neighbors, and so on. Different voice assistant I have used. DrZzs voice assistant. Hi, babies. Oh, fun. Fun. Okay, guys. So we're starting the 12 streams of Christmas tomorrow. So how should we sign off? Should we sign off like Santa?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's sign off like Santa. Ready?
As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios!
You sound like the...
That was pretty good. Okay, guys, we'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. my time. Check the calendar. We'll see you then. Adios.